What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? Man, it's been a long time, y'all. But here we go again. We are happy to be here with you guys.
Yes.
We're happy to sit down and be able to talk, maybe catch up a little bit. So, we welcome you. And with all that said, welcome to another episode of Love Seat Dialogue. And I know you probably like, what is going on here? It's a different look.
A different vibe going on.
So we're not really saying it's a different set, but it's a different look.
Different look.
I'm pretty sure we'll bring back the familiar set soon, but we just want to do something different.
Yeah.
It's a special occasion. We haven't talked to you guys in a while. Man, it's December already, man.
Oh, man. It's been a long time, y'all. I know it's been a long time coming.
Man, the summer has went past.
Yeah.
We had anniversaries. We had
birthdays.
Life has been lifing. It hasn't always been good times. But guess what? We here. God is still good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You look good.
You look good. I like that red on you.
I like that red on her too. Lipstick popping. Whose song was that back in the day? Lip gloss popping. That was Lil Mama.
I think that was long ago.
Yeah, that was our daughter.
I was saying,
hit, right?
yeah,
that was
she
her
was she was a little girl when that song came out.
Yeah, I think that was Lil Mama.
But I think everybody liked my lip gloss be popping. I think that's how it went. I don't remember. Y'all don't judge me.
Yeah. But man, December already. 2023 has went so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long ago, we just had Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm still thankful.
Oh, every day. Every day we got to be thankful, right?
Yeah.
Every day you open your eyes and you get up and walk. And the old people used to say, wake me up in reasonably good health. And I didn't understand that, but I do now.
You do now?
Oh, yeah.
Reasonably good health?
Yeah.
So you've already started. Those are the things you're thankful for? Right?
Absolutely.
Anything else you could think of that you're thankful for?
Just that God provides daily. All the things that we don't even think about. Outside of money and cars and house, but like some people that they can't see. You know? This past in this long journey since we haven't talked to you guys, my mom had cataract surgery.
Yes.
And
my mom as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for my mom, we knew for a while. I knew because I pay attention, so I knew for a while she couldn't. Something was going on, different. She wasn't as independent as I'm used to her being. She would want me to go in the store with her, and we both in the store shopping, and I'm ringing up my stuff. You know, there's no baggers anymore. You got to bag up your stuff. And then she would say, here, take my card and ring me up too. And she would want me to bag her stuff. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you know, that's your mama. But at the same time, sometimes you're tired. You be like, come on now, mama. And so I just started paying attention and finally got her to go to the doctor and see what she had. The doctor said she had the largest cataract he had ever seen. She got it removed. But after she got it removed, she told us that there were times when she couldn't see, like she physically would stumble in the house. She couldn't see in front of her. She couldn't see her hand. And
I remember when you noticed it in the beginning, when you was like, something's not right, because when we'd be at the grocery store, you would be with her, and when it's time for her to pay, she'd slip her card in the card reader, and you can tell that she was having a hard time trying to see what was going on, and she'll call you over to put in her password and all that to pay for the groceries, right? Yeah, I remember.
So just eyesight, you know, that's one of the things, eyesight. So since then, she's had both of her eyes done. She's seeing everything now. She's looking like, what's that on your face? I'm like, nah, right now.
Man, she got Blu-ray vision. And I can tell she definitely still in gratitude. She thankful for the gift of sight.
She is. She wasn't motivated to work. She hadn't worked in a long time. I would say maybe over a year and a half.
Yeah.
Well, since COVID, because she lost her job during COVID.
Yeah.
And she wasn't motivated to go back to work. But since she had the surgery, she started a new job. She's a manager over a cafeteria at a school. And so it's just that man, eyesight, the things we take for granted.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like cars and jobs and clothes, all the material stuff that goes to the top of people's list when you ask what they're thankful for. Me, I'm thinking about stuff like this, just having working limbs,
Yeah.
the breath in our lungs, that opportunity that we get a chance to wake up every day and open our two gifts, right?
Absolutely.
God gave us two gifts and we open them up every day, our eyes. And, it's Christmas season too, so that gratitude for us and for me personally, it's personal and it's every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But especially around this season, what are we thankful for? And it's the gift of all of the stuff that we might take for granted, like having our limbs, having normalized blood pressure, just being in your right mind. When the older folks used to say being clothed in my right mind, now you know what that means, right? You ever been so busy and doing so much at one time that you feel forgetful?
Absolutely.
Like you just did something, but you don't really remember if you did it or not. Like, man, did I just put deodorant on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that part.
Little simple stuff like that, you'd be like, man, I'm slow it down now, relax.
Yeah.
And
But I
being
think a
thankful
lot
for
of
being in your
people
right mind.
probably know exactly what we're talking about because during COVID, people lost their taste.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you can't taste your food and you got a taste for something. We say, what you got a taste for? But when you can't taste, you don't know what you got a taste for.
And I guess it don't matter because you can't taste it anyway, right?
Yeah.
The gift of taste buds. That's just how amazing God is.
Mm-hmm.
It's little stuff like that we take for granted.
Smell. COVID, people couldn't smell. And that's important because what if it's a fire in your house? A lot of times, I remember one time I was at work and I could smell smoke, and I'm like, why do I smell smoke?
Yeah.
And I was telling the girls in the office, like, I smell smoke, and they're like, girl. I was like, no, really? So I couldn't rest. And I'm walking around, and then after a while, I could tell that the room started to get foggy. I'm like, where is it coming from? Well, my boss she can't smell nothing. She didn't have the greatest sense of smell.
Yeah.
But when she saw that smoke, she was like, oh, wait a minute, you really did smell something. Yeah. And we take that for granted. Like, those are the things that,
I thank God for your nose. You got a sensitive nose. I thank God for her nose, y'all. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. Because it's stuff like that
Don't do it.
No, for real. Because those are life-saving senses. You know what I'm saying? You can smell a house getting ready to burn or something on fire. You can smell danger before the person actually see danger.
Absolutely.
Or feel danger.
Yeah.
So that is a blessing. A blessing. And I get jokes on my nose all the time about it being so small. I can smell, but just not like her. Her sense of smell is extremely sensitive, so that's good. That's a good thing. We talked about things that we are thankful for.
Yeah.
And as being a couple, my shortcomings you're strong in.
Yeah.
Your shortcomings I'm strong in. That's the gift of us becoming one, I guess. God making us one. The things we lack, the other one is strong in and powerful in. So that's a good thing. That's a blessing.
It is. So, like we said, it's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Today is the
22nd.
22nd, so we got a few more days. You done with your Christmas shopping?
Yes and no. I say yes because all the important stuff I got.
Okay.
So now when I run out, it's just for bonus.
Yeah.
It's just for odds and ends or stocking stuffers or stuff like that. But all of the major tickets or whatever I thought I was gonna get for whoever, I got.
Yeah.
So.
You took the words out of my mouth, stocking stuffers. That's what I'm going out for. As we speak, y'all, I'm so excited because I think most people have heard me talk about how my family is in Texas and my brother's in Indianapolis, our daughter's in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
We spent Thanksgiving with our daughter and grandson, and
Yes.
we did Christmas with them on Black Friday.
Yeah.
To give them the option if they want to come and visit Christmas, they can. But if not, they're creating their own memories and
Traditions.
traditions.
Right.
And so, my mom is on the plane as we speak. She'll be here in a couple of hours to spend Christmas with us.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. I get to, just to have a piece of you, where you came from, with you on the holidays is very important.
Yeah.
I don't think I really realized that until my mom and my sisters moved to Texas. That sense of family.
Yeah.
We're talking about what we're thankful
I
for.
believe the older you get, especially if you're a caring and loving person, if you come from a foundation of family, whether it was a broken home or not, but if you come from a loving family, whether it was single parent, grandma, you kind of miss that. The older you get, the more you cherish it, the more you miss it. So, yeah, your mom will be here. My mom is coming to kick it with us, I believe, tomorrow. Oh, Sunday, actually. Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
actually. Your brother will be here.
My brother will be here.
Yeah, he'll be here.
It's going to be a good time. It doesn't have to be 25 people in the house.
Right.
And all of us got really big personalities, so it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good time.
A lot of good conversation, a lot of good eating, a lot of good games being played.
Yeah.
My mother loves. She's a real gamer.
She is.
Way more than us.
Yeah, she's like competitive. I ain't.
Yeah, when I do play, I'm competitive too.
Yeah, I don't play with them.
But she's a gamer. All the board games.
Yeah.
Whatever. But she really likes
Scrabble.
Scrabble. She really like Spotted. I don't know if you guys know about Spotted. But she really like games like that. What's the card game that they be playing? Do you remember?
Phase 10.
Phase 10.
Yeah.
She loved Phase 10. That's probably the number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a big gamer, so it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Good music, good food, good conversation, good games
Yeah.
being played, and that's what it's about, y'all. Family.
Yeah.
And since we on this subject, I just think that we got to be prayed up, y'all, because the enemy is attacking family. Been attacking family for years now, but as the years progress, I feel like it's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. The stuff that you read on social media about why I should be through with such and such, or you ain't no family to me, and counsel such and such, it's just heightened and heightened. It's like every time you look around, somebody is trying to disown somebody. And then when you get to the root of it, it be for foolishness. A lot of times selfishness, a lot of time miscommunication. You just be done with people. And again, I think what I want to stress the most with that is if you putting up a barrier between you and the Lord, thinking you can disown your family and your loved ones, your friends, and for little or nothing, right? Thinking you don't owe them a conversation, think you can just turn your back on a loving relationship because God says, how could you love me, which you haven't seen, and hate your brother who you see all the time?
Yeah.
Don't make sense. It don't make sense. And did you know that forgiveness is a condition to be forgiven? Like in order for you to be forgiven for anything, you have to rid your heart, get rid of the bitterness and the offenses, the things that are in your heart, and at least give the other person that you're holding all this ought against the opportunity to reconcile the relationship instead of trying to cut it off without even hearing their side of the story. So if you're holding any bitterness in your heart, any hatred in your heart, any offenses in your heart, and you've cut people off and they don't really know why, and you feel like you don't owe them an explanation, you do.
Yeah, and that's got to soften your heart, man, because I know for me, when I'm going through those challenging situations, because we go through it too, I can't sleep. I can't relax when I know somebody feeling some kind of way, or there's a a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Especially a person I say I love, I care about, I, you know, got a relationship with. I can't rest. It's like the Holy Spirit won't let me rest.
I was just gonna
be
say
trying
that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I'm trying to, even when I want to be mad, it takes so much energy to remember that you're angry. Well, for me, it takes me so much energy. I could be upset with him, and then I'd be like, man, talking to him. And then he'll come in and he's talking to me, and I'm talking like, and I'm like, doggone it.
I thought I was mad.
I wasn't even talking to him today. But it's, you know, it's human nature. You know, we have those senses, right? We can be upset.
Yeah, you can definitely
But
be
don't
upset.
hold it, man. This life is so short. People are getting up out of here.
And that's the thing. It's a trick of the enemy
Mm-hmm.
because he gets you upset. You don't talk about it. You don't express what's on your heart and your mind to that person. That person don't really know, or they're trying to reach out to you, and you're ignoring every attempt that they're trying to get close to you and get a conversation with you. And time has passed, months pass, years pass. Your kids are growing further and further apart. Because not only and especially when you're family, not only do it affect you two, but if you got kids, it's affecting the kids, it's affecting their relationship, all of that, right? So it's a trick of the enemy, man. And then like she said, time is short. You don't know when time is almost up, getting ready to check out of here, and you've been holding all of this stuff in your heart against them.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it be for foolishness. Like I said in the beginning of all this. You got to get in the room with that person, at least get on the phone with that person. And quit airing out all your stuff on Facebook. Everybody ain't built like that. Like for me, I'm not finna air out our dirty laundry if I say I love you and I care about you and I really do. If I said it, I mean it. And I'm not even the type of person to do that to my enemy. I'm gonna try to inbox that person if I don't got no relationship with him. Hey, here go my number. Holler at me. I got an issue with you. I'm trying to holler at you. I'm gonna let you know. I'm not gonna let Facebook know and all the thousands of people on my friend list to get in and chime in and instigate the whole situation with it, which they don't have any idea or clue about. Well, I'm gonna make myself look like I'm right and make myself look like a victim and make the other people look like they're wrong without even hearing their side of the story.
Yeah.
That's not how adults do it. I expect kids to do that because kids are brought up in a generation where this is all they know. But we was raised different. And it's okay to stand 10 toes down on those morals and those principles and those things we was raised in. Old school is not wrong. You know what I mean?
I always say old school works.
Old school is not wrong.
Yeah, old school works.
Everything don't have to evolve.
Yeah.
To what the kids are doing, what they say is hot now, because a lot of this evolving just simply means moving. It just simply means you're moving. You're moving. And a lot of times we're moving further away from what's right and what's true. You need to be steadfast standing on something. You know, what are we standing on? So, family, man. Family means a lot. Regardless if you believe it or not, family means a lot. And it means a lot to God.
It does.
It means a lot.
Because we're part of his family.
You blocking your blessings. In fact, he said he don't even want to hear from you until you go to that person that you've offended or they offended you. If you got an art with your brother and sister, leave your offering at the altar. Drop that. I don't want your gift, is what he said. Drop that. Go settle that with your people first.
Yeah.
I don't got to put up no Bible scripture for that. Go on and study it for yourself. Let me motivate you. Let us motivate you to go Google search and open up that Bible and see what the Lord say about that. If you don't believe that, then I don't know what to tell you.
I'll tell you, I recently had a situation with a person that's really dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And I was literally, it was just eating at me so bad because I knew that I had offended the person. And I was in church, and I couldn't let service start. I had to send a text message. That's how bad it was for me. And I apologized.
It was somebody in church or what?
No.
Okay.
Family member.
Family member?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so, that person did respond, and they said they forgave me. Things aren't really the same right now,
Yeah.
but I know I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I'm praying that eventually that person will come around. But, you know.
But see, that's what the Holy Spirit does. It's one thing to say you're a child of God, and it's another thing to be a child of God. People say stuff all the time. But the Lord said, you will know my people by their fruit. And part of the fruit is love, patience, kindness, self-control. Just a few of the fruit of the Spirit.
Yeah.
You will know my people by their fruit. So
Yeah.
when the Holy Spirit convicts you of something that you shouldn't have done, shouldn't have said, something you need to make right, it's like a lightweight pressure on your spirit. It won't go away until you make it right. Now you can ignore it all you want, and then it might go away. But if it do go away, then you should worry about that. You should worry about that because now you get numb to the nudges of the Lord.
Yeah.
And then if you keep on doing that, He won't nudge you no more.
Yeah.
You know, He won't nudge you no more. That's something to worry about.
Yeah.
He turn you over to a reprobate mind and you just believe whatever. You know. So yeah.
And if you like some people, you know, they're like, oh, that's demeaning. I hate that, whatever. I was listening to Raji.
Okay.
She was just saying the same thing the other day. She said she can't get with this cancel culture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like, who are you to not forgive when if God has forgiven you? And just to hear her say that, you know, because a lot of people, they look at celebrities and what they're doing, and that's how they get their
knowledge, wisdom,
all the things.
Yeah, right.
But I pray that a lot of people heard that love her, that's you know, been on that cancel culture, and they just cut it out.
Well, she's probably in our peer group or close to it. So we was raised differently, right? But the sad part about that is a lot of people that's in our peer group that adopted this new cancel culture. They accept that somebody have said something or did something they didn't like years ago, and still to this day, whenever they see that person, that same anger, that same bitterness, and all of that hatred in their heart still comes back alive. I don't even want to see that person. I don't never got to hear nothing else they never got to say. And she was right. God forgives us. His grace and mercy is new for us every day. Just as faithful as the sunrise, daily. We got a new chance with God to get it right.
Yeah.
Who are we to be holding stuff over people's head for years? Who are you? You know? And you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that.
Yeah.
So, family, man. Get right with your family.
Family,
man. Family is a gift within itself.
Friends. If it was a friendship that was worth having, it's a friendship worth saving.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever it is, you know, sometimes people just don't know, and then sometimes people know, and they just, you gotta make them understand why it hurts you. Yeah. And we don't go through things for us. We go through it to help somebody else. So, you know, we can hold that offense, or we can learn from that offense. If we offend or if we are offended, we can learn either way. And I don't believe in people that say I can forgive, but I can't forget. You hear a lot of my family and friends say that they notice that for me, I honestly will forget, but it's because I asked God to create me like that, and I normally don't remember unless somebody say, "Girl, yeah, because you know she did such that time," and I'd be like, "She sure did, didn't she?"
yeah.
And then I still don't hold it, because I mean, I've been the offender and the offendee. And you know, I want to be forgiven, so.
And we're human.
We're
human. We all have been the offender and the offended. You know, it's people that offend God every day.
Man.
Every day. And
How many
I'm
times,
sure.
Yeah, we fornicate, man, you like, God, I ain't gonna do that no more.
Right.
No, you lying.
Right. Or be dead drunk. Like drunk. Like when you can't, you're going to leaning over in the toilet drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God, if you get me back right, I never drink again.
Yeah.
Lied. Next week you was at the party. Next week you was over somebody's house turning up a few bottles, a few glasses, you know? Offending God, lying to him.
Yeah.
So, but you expect to be forgiven.
Yeah.
That's how we are, selfish. Selfish.
That's what it put down to.
And that's what it is. That's what it boils down to. Because true love is selfless.
Yeah.
You think about the other person.
Yeah.
You know, how could you be better for them?
Yeah.
Man, that brings us to marriage, right?
Yeah.
Since we talking about family,
Let's talk.
we talking about the enemy attacking. Still attacking marriages, y'all. Still attacking marriages. Man, my heart breaks for people that we see, people that we know personally, that look like a great couple. Actually was a great couple for some time. And then just to get smacked out of the blue with like, man, they ain't together no more?
Yeah.
He did what?
Mm-hmm.
She did what? It's heartbreaking, man. Y'all, if you know my story, personally, I just speak for me. If you know my story, I wasn't always I wouldn't say a believer of marriage. I didn't always think I would be married, right? But being on this side and being married for now, what, 20 years? 20 years. Official 20 years. But I've been with this woman a lot longer than that, y'all.
Well, right. It's over 30.
Yeah, it's over 30 right now. Our daughter actually be 30 years and 30 years old, 2024. She turned in 30 next year. And we was together 2 years before she came in the world. So do the math. Do the math.
That's what I do.
So we just celebrated 20 years officially married this past June. And it's a beautiful thing, man, when it's done right.
Yeah.
It takes humility. It takes having integrity.
Mm-hmm.
It takes self-control. It takes, for us, because everybody swear they got a different recipe. For us, it takes God being in the center of it. God is the centerpiece, the authority of this marriage. For some people who may not believe in God, they say, God ain't got nothing to do with this. For us, God do.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? When I'm mad, when she's mad, when I'm wrong, the word of God is always right.
That's right.
And we're humble to that.
Mm-hmm.
We're submissive to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said a few minutes ago, we're human. We're going to get mad about stuff. But see, marriage ain't always happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, who made that phrase up? That's not even realistic. In life, the only happily ever after is with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Is the happily ever after that God made. But we can definitely have a fruitful and happy marriage with God while we're here. We don't have to wait till after. We can have it together.
That's right.
While we're here and we're doing it. And like I said, it takes all those things, man. It takes integrity. What I mean by that is, the person I am in front of her, am I the same person when she's not around?
Yes.
Right?
Right.
The person that she is in front of me, is she the same person when I'm not around?
Mm-hmm.
It takes us knowing that we represent each other, whatever space that we're in.
That's right.
But even if this wasn't the case, right? We're already bonded right here. We made our vows before God and we take those seriously. Even if we didn't do it perfectly these 20 years.
Yeah.
But he's the center of our relationship, right? He's the authority of our relationship. As long as we keep submitting to him, then we're going to get tighter and tighter and grow tighter and closer in our union.
Yeah.
Right? So it breaks my heart when I see marriages fall apart before they even get to maybe the 5-10 year mark. Because we already know those first few years is rough, right?
Oh yeah, and people like to put numbers on it, but it just depends on the couple.
Yeah.
Depends on where you are, honestly, with God. But yeah, the first few years are hard.
Where you come from. Because you're coming into a marriage as two individuals.
Yeah.
With all your trauma from your childhood, your baggage from what other relationships, the stuff that you've seen growing up, experienced growing up.
It depends on your circle too.
Your circle.
Yes, sir.
Your circle.
Do you have people that hold you accountable? You know, those people that stand up with you should hold you accountable. Because I'm not going to stand up with you and I done set up there and spend my money.
On tuxes and dresses. And,
yeah.
Gifts and all of that, right?
And I'm sitting up here as a witness, because that's what we are when we stand up at people's wedding. And I'll let you face. It's up to your center of people.
Yeah.
To hold you accountable and say, hey, man, you ain't have to talk to her like that. That's your wife.
Yeah.
Hey, that's your husband. You don't have no business doing that, acting like that. You know what I mean? And that's not getting in somebody's business. And it's okay.
Well,
because your friends, you can't get all in their business.
Yeah, and if you was at our wedding, whoever wedding you've been invited to, you got a dress, you got a tux, you were there to be a witness. We've invited you into our business.
Yes, that's true.
You're our circle, our witnesses, our accountability partners, our first accountability partners. Before we go to our church, brothers and sisters, the people that's standing up there with us right there, are you going to be the person that hold this person accountable, or are you going to turn your head? But those people you invite to your wedding, those are your accountability people, your loved ones, the people that you invited to witness your union. And ultimately, they should be the people that want to see y'all together and successful.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and for those who aren't married and you want to be married, stop coveting and looking at other people's marriages and saying, oh, relationship goals.
Yeah.
I want that. Because sometimes people's
life
is built on superficial things.
Yeah.
And so pray for those people.
You don't know what they're going through. You don't know who they really are behind closed doors. And we sitting up here talking, you really don't really know who we are behind closed doors. But
that's true.
Just ask people and watch how we move. Because like I said, people can do all this all day. All day. But actions, that's what a real fruit is.
Yeah.
Your actions. Who am I when she's not around? Who is she when I'm not around? Right? So we got to learn how to pray for each other and keep people lifted up.
Yeah.
Because he is attacking marriages.
Yes.
If he can get in there and stop the communication, stop the love making, whatever that is. I heard somebody say love making starts way before it gets physical. Starts in the mind. Make love to the mind, right? So however he can stop the love making, he's gonna do it. And you have to be aware.
Yes.
The word of God says, do not be ignorant of Satan's devices, right? And I just had an epiphany with that particular scripture, maybe about a week ago. I was reading it since 2 Corinthians, and in context, that verse is talking about forgiveness, holding things into your heart. And when I think about all of Satan's devices, I'm pretty sure we can think of lots of them. He got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, right? Things that he uses to kill, steal, and destroy. So I was thinking, like, why he use forgiveness, right? And it hit me because today it's like one of his superpowers. It's one of his easiest devices to get in between people because it's easy for us to be offended. Because we're always in our flesh.
Yeah, the ego.
The ego, our pride. It's easy for us to be offended. And we hold that thing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how dare you do this? How dare you say that? And we put people in prison, in our minds and our hearts, and never let them out. We throw away the key. Remember the cartoon, they put you in prison and they swallow the key? Whatever cartoon, there was a lot of cartoons that did that. Swallow the key, right? But that's what we do to people.
Yeah.
You know, we put them in our spiritual prisons, lock them up, and never let them out. We can swallow the key. And that's one of his greatest weapons with cancel culture, is to be offended and not forgive people.
Yeah. So in 2024, challenging y'all to cancel the cancel culture.
Man, don't let nobody take up real estate in your heart.
Take that away.
And in your mind.
Yes.
In your mind. Man, I'm living by 3 M's right now.
What's those, babe?
These are my priorities right now. Mortgage, marriage, ministry. These are my priorities. 3M. I call it 3M. You know what 3M is, right?
The 3M stickers.
The stickers.
Yeah, but could you do it backwards? I'll say marriage, ministry, marriage, mortgage.
Yeah.
You gotta put them in order.
Okay. I wasn't putting them in order. I wasn't
But they
thinking.
gotta be in order, because you don't want people to think you know.
Right. So ministry,
Yeah.
marriage, mortgage.
We like that, y'all.
These are my priorities right now. Right now. And this is why. I think ministry, let's go with ministry. Because the other two is kind of self-explanatory, right? Mortgage and marriage, kind of self-explanatory. But
Come on, give it to us.
let me dive in deeper with ministry. Ministry is quite a few things. I'm a father. That's a ministry of mine. I'm a grandfather now. It's a ministry of mine. My music is my ministry. My ministry in regards to all the things I do
But
at the
marriage
church.
is a ministry. Our marriage is a
Yeah,
ministry.
our marriage is definitely a ministry, but that's got its own priority of its own, right? I'm not going to put it in the subcategory of this ministry. Marriage is definitely a ministry. But all of my other responsibilities, all of them, fall in this ministry category. So as a man, we got responsibilities. Women too, you guys got responsibilities. Responsibilities might be a little different from ours. But these are the things that I'm concerned with right now, the 3M. When you peel that 3M sticker off and you stick it on whatever you need to use it for, it's committed to that area. Yeah. And them things are strong, y'all. It's stuck. It'll stick for years. So I'm committed. That's my 3M process. Ministry, she said in order. Ministry, which includes God, first.
Yeah.
Would be no ministry without him. Ministry, marriage, and mortgage. Like I said, includes my daughter, all of that falls. All my responsibilities. That's what I'm focused on. My gifts, my talents, my passions. That's what I'm focused on. Fall within my ministry. Where am I leading people? What is the purpose of this? These are the things that we got to be about as men. And like she said, your marriage is your ministry. God created a certain order. And for the man to be a leader of his household, leader of his family. So, if your marriage is doing good, not so good, or doing bad, as a man, how much responsibility do you take on that? How much responsibility do you accept, or accountability do you accept on it not being where it should be? How much? Is God an authority in your marriage, in your household? Are you leading like he called you to lead? Like he expects you to lead? Right? All right. So, with that said, you got anything else you want to add, baby?
No, like I said, I'm just gonna challenge y'all to cancel the cancel culture. Step up to be the great men and women that you created to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, happy holidays to y'all. Enjoy your time with your family, your friends. If you don't have much family, enjoy the people that's around you. If you got coworkers you consider family,
Yeah.
hey, spend some time with them and love on them. But don't do this alone. You don't have to. Y'all need a plate? Call us.
And if you're
Gotcha.
grieving right now, it's a lot of people that get real emotional and sad around these holidays because loved ones have transitioned, no longer here. And I understand, man, life is hard, grief is real. Can't really put a time limit on grief, but there's a way to grieve in a healthy manner.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that lean on your loved ones during this time, y'all. Find some gratitude. Find some things, some people to be grateful for during this time. Don't let that spirit of grief sit on you and turn into depression, turn into suicide, make you want to cry all day. This really is the season to be jolly. Not just because it's Christmas, but every day you get a chance to wake up. Every day you're breathing. Every day you got, what you say, in somewhat good health?
Wake up in reasonably good health.
In reasonably good health?
Yeah.
Clothing your right mind. You got an opportunity to do it right. Opportunity to have a good day. You got an opportunity to bless somebody and make them have a good day.
Yeah.
Be a light in this world of darkness, man. Don't let the devil steal your joy this holiday season. 100, y'all. Peace.